Hey everyone, welcome back to Cedar Studios. I'm Michelle and I'm here today to show you how to make your own custom label. So we're going to use Canva, and there's a free version that you can use, and you're going to click Create and go to Custom Size. Now I use a label that is 3 inches wide and 1/2 inch tall, and that will get me an exact outline when you hit Create of the size that you'll be making. And so I'm going to add a text box first to add in my words. This is going to be just a sample design that I'm going to do really quickly here for you. So I add a text box, I type in the word sweet, and I'm going to duplicate that because I want them to be the same. And I probably should have copied the word sweet after I chose the font so they'd be the same when I type the second word. I'm going to go ahead and write 2 different words. We're going to create one called Sweet Design with a heart in the middle of it. So you can go to their shapes and just pick a heart design and drag it right into your space. Once you do that, you can resize everything and change the colors and all kinds of stuff. You can go find different graphics. You can also change the font, which I'm doing here. I decided I wanted a pretty little script font, and then resize it to fit my label. Now, because I use a 1/2 inch twill, I'm going to make the size slightly smaller than the full size I created here, because I'm going to stitch around this label completely, top, bottom, and sides, and so I don't want the wording to touch those areas. But you can go into Edit, and after you've selected all your parts there, you can recenter everything. But now I'm going to resize the whole thing together once I get it where I want it. And you can see I'm just not going to touch that edging. I'm going to keep it just a little bit smaller so that it can be sewn around. And you wonder why I made it extra wide? Well, that's because that's going to be the full size of my label. I don't want to have just it cut out on the edge of the S for sweet and the edge of the N for design. So when I created a label, I wanted the full size that it's going to print out and cut around. And that's that full rectangular size. So I'm making sure I center everything, but I realize the heart, you can change this around. It's to your eye, and I realized the heart ends up too low, so I went ahead and centered that vertically to make sure it looked right between the lettering. And there's my design. And what you do after that is you go to Share, and then you download it. And I download it as a PNG file type with a transparent background. And you can cut these out 2 different ways. You can go to your Cricut, or you could download your file into like a Word program where you are duplicating it. Now what I have done here in a Word type program, I'm going to create a border around it so that you can see the outline of the design. So I went and found where the border was for this program and made sure I created a 3 inch by 1/2 inch design. Now I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this, and as many as will fit on a page. You can mess with the borders, with the margins, that's what I was trying to say. We'll get to the cutting out in just a minute, but I was going to show you how I do this in the Cricut design space. Now, cutting with a Cricut, you don't have to have the subscription. You can also upload your images into the free version as long as you have a Cricut cutter. So I'm going to go into my files and find my design and open it in a new blank canvas. So once I've uploaded it, it's going to ask you different questions if you need to remove the background or anything, but we did that in Canva. But you can do that here too if you want to. But because I've saved it at a certain size, I'm going to go ahead and just create a flat graphic. That means I want it all to print out as one flat design. There are no layers to this because I want to cut around the entire design, not just each piece or each letter. Now in the free design space, you only get 5 collections to save to, and I used to have the subscription, but I went ahead with the free version for now, and so I'm just going to save it in one of the 5 collections that I already had, and open it up and make sure that I resize it to the size I want, which is the 3" by 1/2 inch. And the way you do this is you type in the size you want after you go to edit. And I put in 3 inches, but it does not automatically go to the 1/2 inch that I want. So you have to unlock it and make sure you change that sizing because it needs to fit on the twill tape that we're going to use. Now I'm going to switch to my Cedar Studios logo design because I do need to print out some more. So I thought I'd show you that while I'm at it. And I had to go into that screen we were in and reposition my logo just to get it all to fit on the one page that goes to print and cut. And we're going to use this Trans Our Dream transfer paper. So this is the iron-on that you're going to create, and you put this in your printer with, it depends on how your printer feeds. Mine goes with the face side up, the white side up. And I'm going to go to make it by continuing after I've seen everything on my screen looks good. Send it to my printer, and then you choose the settings that work best for your design. For me, make sure you click Use System Dialog. That way you can talk to your printer and tell it exactly how you want it to print. And I went and selected best and in, black and white. And this looks like it's not going to cut out correctly, but we chose 3" by 1/2 inch, and so it is going to cut around that sizing. So it looks like while you're pulling this apart from the backing that you might be distorting the image, but actually this is very resilient material that you're printing on. So I'm going to remove the paper back completely and put the iron-on part of the Trans Our Dream sheet onto the cutting mat so it can be cut on the Cricut. And so here it is stuck to my mat. There's a little bubbles around the edges, but I'm not concerned about those because it's going to be cutting only in this area. So let me get that loaded onto the machine. I went ahead and switched to my fabric cutting blade, and I'm going to pick a different setting when I go to do that. I think I'm going to pick fusible fabric, and I put in the pink blade, which is the fabric cutting blade. Here we go. I'm kind of excited about this. And so before I ever take it off of the Cricut, I always make sure that it actually did cut all the way through. And it has. Look at that. Oh, oh, look at that. That is exciting. Oh my gosh, it's like half the work now for me. Then I can make my labels. But like I said, you can do it by hand. And if you choose to make your labels in Word and not put in those guidelines, and you just have you've got a really good technique with cutting the right width, then you're not going to have an issue with cutting them either. It's really quick by hand. But I wanted a way to cut them out quickly, and it can be cutting while I'm doing something else. And so, like I said, I was so lucky to get this machine, and I've been trying to use it more because I have it. And so this is going to work out really great. Now let me show you how I iron these on. Here is the twill tape that I buy from Amazon, and they have lots of different suppliers. But this is the 1/2 inch 100% cotton twill tape that I purchased, and it comes on a 50-yard roll. And I've already gone through one of these already, so this is my second one I'm starting. And you can see that it is just a really nice twill tape, and it's completely finished on the top and the bottom, the long edges. And so I always just give it a good press first to make sure it's nice and smooth. And then I take each label one at a time and put them onto the twill tape. When I place these on there, I get them as straight as I can along the tape. And this is so that the plastic edging, or the edging of the material that irons on to the twill tape, is not overhanging on the edges. Now, if you wanted to, you could print these a little bit smaller, as in height-wise, like not a 1/2 inch wide. Well, I guess that's width-wise the way I said it, but just like a tiny bit smaller. But I like having that all the way to the edge because I sew through it and you can't see that it has been ironed on that way. But here is the paper that comes with the Trans Our Dream packaging, and this is what you use to iron on your labels, or whatever it is that you're creating. Even if you're doing a t-shirt and everything, you're still going to use this paper to iron on to your fabric. And you hold it down for a few seconds. You can see my iron is well used. I have polyester fuzz all over the iron. But I do it from one side first, and then I flip over my twill tape and iron the back side as well, just to make sure it's really glued on there. It's really melted into the fabric and becomes one. And I don't know if you noticed, but I spread those apart about 1 inch. And that gives me a 1/2 inch to divide these labels. And that's just exactly the right amount to fold under as I'm sewing it on. So I go back through and I cut the labels apart, just in between. You don't have to be perfect about this. You just kind of want a little bit on each end. And I wouldn't go any longer or any shorter than that, because shorter is going to be making it difficult to turn under, and then you have little fray ends sticking out. But because I have a little bit of extra length, well, I cut the points off diagonally, because when you fold that under and you go to sew it, so often you'll have a little point of the fabric sticking out. And when I do this and fold it back, you just don't see it. And it gets hidden underneath the edge as you're sewing it down. And it looks so much better. Because I used to do it the other way with the squared off edge, and it was so hard to hide it. So you can see here that it gives you a nice clean finish. And what I do is I just stitch right around the edging of this as it's pinned down, and you end up with a beautiful label. Oh, I wanted to show you what happened when we had our little mini winter here in Austin. It was so quick, and now we're back into the 80s, but it was fun while it lasted. We just had a tiny bit of ice and snow, and there's our Sadie all dressed up. So cute. But the lighting was so interesting on that day because it reflected through our windows. Here are some other ways that we do branding. These are charms that my husband makes. He's made them for several customers now, and I'm going to show you a few of them here. They can be made in different sizes and everything, but this little short video will show you how we make them on our Glowforge and work with you to get your logo the way you want it to look. I wanted to show you that last video to show the importance of branding. We've had several customers reach out to get these charms that my husband makes, and they can be made, he makes them about 0.8 of an inch, 0.80 of an inch to an inch or bigger, whatever you're choosing. But you can see that the customer will send us their design and he can create it where it will work with the Glowforge engraver. It's a laser engraver. It gives you a really nice design. But I hope this gives you several ideas on how to use your brand, as well as creating your own labels. I use them on my book sleeves and computer sleeves and bags and everything that I hand make. And you can also add in, like from your Cricut, print out, a special coupon, which we do here with our QR code. That also can be made on Canva. And we like to add a little bit extra something pretty in there when we're packing up our items. And some branding to the outside of the shipping box. And here are some of the charms, the logo charms on some of the key fobs that we sell. They just add such a nice little sparkle. Well, I hope this video has been helpful to you in designing your own labels. You can see they just add that little classy touch to whatever it is you're making and gives it a very professional look. And I want to thank you all so much again and again and again for coming back and watching our videos and helping us grow our channel and our business. It's so much appreciated, and it's been so much fun to share all this with you. Thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.